So it's always an oversight when people put designs together, or possibly the integrators don't, the customer doesn't really know the detail of what's connected and what the lengths are, etc. So the most important side is typically when we have a piece of fiber, it connects a piece of network kit from network A to network B. So what is the network and vendor kit that it's going into? So side A, is it a Cisco that's connecting to a Fortinet firewall, which is side B? Very, very important question. Now, what's the distance? Realize I'm just talking about fiber here, and I'm talking, technically speaking, I'm talking about a cross connect that would be at a data center, and it is a fiber run because it's over the 100-meter distance. You would have to know what the type of fiber that is installed from point A to point B and the distance. And that's very important to understand the distance that we're running, because different optical transceivers have certain riches, and that's a standard. And that standard determines the optical transceiver that we choose, and that will be discussed when we look at the cheat sheet or the quick product reference guide. So those are the two questions that are very pertinent. Now, all of a sudden, we have to ask a third question. What is the speed, okay, the data rate that we want to connect that said switch or firewall or router to the other side? What are the data rates that you need? Now, what's important is to understand that we all would love to sell brand new stuff and the latest and greatest, which has all the latest technology, but we do have legacy environments, and most networks that I form part of or put recommendations together, everybody has a legacy. So the key is you've got to ask these right questions. So the compatibility is also a big issue, because I'm not sure if you know that when you have Cisco equivalent optics or you have Aruba equivalent optics, there's a piece of code that the vendor has put in their switch to make sure that the optic is compatible. So what we can do at SFP Works is we have the method of programming those EPROMs, so we can make that cable work or that transceiver work in the different platforms. Those are quite a few of the caveats. I think the most important question is to know what is being connected to what's the type of networking kit, what's the media you're going to use across the network kit, and the speed. You can't run a 1 gig, you can't connect a 1 gig service to a 10 gig optic and vice versa. And typically speaking, in most cross-connected data centers, in one of the biggest hosted data centers like Terrico, where a lot of people will have services, the fiber is always single mode fiber.